Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we are wading into some incredibly turbulent waters.
Very turbulent.
Yeah, we've got a stack of research, a lot of data points, and a featured book today that positions itself as, well, basically a survival manual for the modern male.
Right.
The title alone is enough to start a fight. It's called Woman is Not Peace. She is Test by Conrad Riker.
It's definitely a provocative title, but once you get past that cover, what you actually find inside is a very dense, very serious sociological map.
It's not just a rant.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It's a structural analysis.
And before we really get into the gears of this machine,
Oh.
I need to make something very clear.
Right, the disclaimer.
Exactly. This book touches on some highly politically charged content. Left wing, right wing, it's all in there. We are not taking any sides here today.
Not at all.
We are simply reporting on the content provided in the source material.
Yeah.
We want to convey the ideas to you so you can understand what the author is arguing. We are not endorsing these viewpoints.
We are just unpacking the text, and it is a heavy text.
It is. So if you have ever felt like the modern world, whether we're talking about dating apps, family courts, or the corporate ladder, is somehow rigged against you, this author claims to have the blueprint explaining exactly why.
He really breaks it down.
And we're going to go deep today. So please take a second right now to hit that like and subscribe button on the channel. It really helps us keep these deep dives coming and gets this information out to more people.
Absolutely. And I'll add, we can only scratch the surface here. Riker packs in history, evolutionary biology, legal theory.
It's a lot. If you want the full antidote to the poison, as Riker calls it, you need the full map of the territory. So check Amazon Kindle and Google Play Books right now to buy the ebook. It's the kind of thing you need to highlight and reread.
For sure.
But let's set the stage. Who is this actually written for? Because it clearly isn't for everyone.
No, and Riker is explicit about that in the preface. He says, if you still believe in fairy tales, put the book down. Yeah. This deep dive into his work is specifically for men who identify as awake or red-pilled. Men who are tired of being told their masculinity is toxic.
Right.
He explores the history of our institutions before they were captured by what he describes as feminist and Marxist ideologies over the last 50 years.
So the premise is that the frustration men feel isn't because the system is broken. Because usually you hear guys complaining that the system is broken.
Right, but Riker completely flips that on its head. The argument is that the system isn't broken at all. It is functioning exactly as it was designed.
Working as intended.
Exactly. He argues it operates as an extraction machine to take resources from men while punishing their very nature. It's a feature, not a bug.
Okay, let's unpack that core conflict. The title says, Woman is not peace, she is test. Most men grow up with this, I guess you'd call it a blue pill idea, that women want peace and stability.
The whole settle down and have a quiet life narrative.
Right. You fight the dragon, get the girl,
Right.
and your home is your sanctuary. But the source material argues women actually crave test and crisis.
Yes. There is a story in the first chapter that perfectly illustrates this. The dating experiment.
Oh man, the story of Lindsay versus Victor. Walk us through this, because I think every guy listening has felt like Lindsay at some point.
It's a great example of revealed preference. Ignoring what people say and watching what they do. So Lindsay is a real guy, a senior mechanical engineer, makes 6 figures, stable, decent looking, owns a home.
He's the catch on paper.
Exactly. He spends months on dating apps and gets 0 traction.
Which is the reality for a massive percentage of men today.
Right. So his friend James, a software engineer, decides to run a test. He takes Lindsay's physical stats, but creates a fake profile for a guy named Victor.
And Victor's not an engineer.
No. Victor is ex-military, has photos at a gun range, looks a little dangerous, and his bio is aggressive. It literally reads, I don't play games, I end them.
I don't play games, I end them. In a normal world, that gets you flagged. It sounds like a threat.
It signals danger and volatility.
Yeah.
But the result, Victor gets 37 messages in 48 hours. Women are initiating the conversation. They want to know what games he ends. Meanwhile, the nice, stable guy gets a message asking if he sells furniture because there was a nice chair in his background photo.
That is just brutal. So what is the biological reality here? According to the book, at least.
Riker calls it the drama imperative. According to the source, the female psyche evolved to select men who could protect and dominate. In the ancestral environment, a calm, safe man couldn't protect the tribe.
So being the nice guy misfires.
Precisely. The expert cites a 2021 University of Texas study showing men who score high on agreeableness and stability are 63% less likely to be chosen as short-term partners.
63%.
Yeah. Riker argues the nice guy offering stability triggers an evolutionary alarm. He is seen as a terminal point who won't fight for more resources.
So peace is not the goal, it is the trigger.
Exactly. If you offer too much peace, she subconsciously needs to test your strength to see if you can handle chaos.
Let's transition this from dating to the broader culture, because the book talks about how society treats successful men, the war on high-value men.
Yes, the success penalty.
The book uses Andrew Tate and Elon Musk as case studies here. And again, to you listening, we are just reporting the book's analysis of these figures, not endorsing them.
Right, so the text argues Tate wasn't targeted for actual crimes, but for teaching men to build empires and reject deadbeat women.
The system fears winners who don't need permission.
Exactly. And with Musk, the book claims he was praised when he was sleeping on factory floors, struggling for the collective good.
But the second he became the richest man on earth,
He was demonized. The text describes this as dominance testing on a societal scale. Modern women and the media don't want to share a man's success, they want to prove they can destroy it.
the author calls this the alpha flip, right?
Yes. Society demands alpha traits to secure resources. You need aggression and ambition to build a company. But once the resources are secured, those exact same traits are pathologized,
And the media acts as an immune system.
enforcing egalitarian leveling, tearing down any man who stands too tall above the herd.
That leads perfectly into the discussion on institutional capture, how the law, universities, and family courts operate now. The book talks about feminine epistemology.
Which means prioritizing emotion over reason. Truth is a social construct, basically translates to men shut up.
If you use logic, you are invalidating someone's lived experience.
Right. The book cites a University of Montreal study. It found women recall the emotional tone of an event 40% more accurately than men, but factual details 25% less accurately.
That is a staggering difference.
And our systems now favor that emotional recall. The feeling is the evidence.
The pop culture example Riker uses is Taylor Swift. He describes her career not as music, but as weaponized empathy, legal briefs disguised as ballads.
She mobilizes a mob based entirely on her emotional state. Facts don't matter.
But where it gets genuinely dark is the legal system, the weaponization of motherhood.
This is where the extraction machine is most obvious. The source cites a Cato Institute review of 2021 welfare data.
Tell the listener about this because this blew my mind.
It shows single mothers get upwards of $30,000 in government benefits: housing, food, cash. The state replaces the husband. Meanwhile, men are jailed for missing child support.
Even if they are blocked from seeing their kids. The stat was 75% of non-custodial fathers want contact but are blocked by maternal gatekeeping.
Because the system views the mother as the victim and the father as a resource utility.
And men can't even articulate why they're being screwed because of what happened at the universities.
The breakdown of the trivium: grammar, logic, and rhetoric.
The tools of critical thinking.
Replaced by trauma and lived experience. If you can't use logic to dismantle an argument, you are completely defenseless against propaganda.
So the game is rigged, the media hates you, dating is a biological trap, and the courts want your money. What is the solution? What are men doing?
Riker points to the male awakening, and the core of that is sovereignty.
I love the examples he gives. The unshackled, like Mark from Austin.
Right. Mark deleted Tinder, completely opted out of the game, and started building a tiny house with other men. The book notes he is infinitely happier than his friends paying alimony.
Or Greg from Ohio.
Greg went no contact with the dating scene, started a CNC machining business, and saved $42,000 because he stopped trying to buy peace or impress women.
The most extreme example was the Iron Citadel, a community in Wyoming.
It sold out in 11 minutes. Men buying land to rebuild society on their own terms. No HR departments, no performative empathy, just competence.
It's all about strategic indifference. It isn't about hating women.
No, hate is still attachment. Sovereignty is withdrawing your attention and validation, making your peace conditional.
The actionable advice in the book is brilliant. Master the trivium to defend against lies.
And physical fitness as rebellion. Lifting weights not for looks, but for willpower. Building a physical boundary in a world that wants you soft.
So to summarize, the ultimate message here is that the system isn't broken. It's designed to extract from you. And the only way to win is to stop playing by their rules and build your own.
Exactly.
We've covered a ton of ground today, but I want to leave you, the listener, with a final provocative thought. The book gives us this quote: "You are not peace, you are war, and war demands truth."
It's a powerful closing thought.
It is. And it makes you wonder, if this is the new operating system, What happens to the broader society when millions of men quietly adopt this mindset and just walk away from the table?
The system simply cannot function without their participation.
We will have to see how it plays out. If you want more insights directly from the author, you need to follow him. Go to Substack and follow at Conrad and Riker.
Highly recommend checking out his Substack.
And as we mentioned at the start, if you want the full antidote to the poison, you need to read this for yourself. Go to Amazon Kindle or Google Play Books right now to buy Woman Is Not Peace, She Is Test.
Get the full map.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support this kind of content. We will see you on the next one.